experiment today. We just got done planting all our vegetable seeds. It's April 19, 2020. We've got two different potting soils here. I don't know about anybody else, but it seems harder and harder to get a decent potting soil or any type of medium for starting plants or growing plants in these days. I've noticed a big shift towards sphagnum peat moss and coconut fibers. There's a name for it. I can't think of it offhand. I've tried them all, and I'm convinced the coconut fibers just don't do anything for our plants. I don't care what the bags, what the commercials say, it just doesn't grow the same. So I've got these. I found this last year, Miracle Grow potting mixed with moisture control. It's a blue bag. The reason I bought this is because I want to do some layering later on this year for some trees, to start some new trees and some bushes. We'll cover that at another time. But it looked like a good potting soil. The thing that attracted me was the moisture control, because when you layer, without getting into a lot of details, you need a certain amount of moisture to stay in the soil for a period of time without tending to it. So I thought, this might be good moisture control. Now I will say, we start our own potatoes. These are sweet potatoes that we start. That's a slip we started. And after it starts, you take the slip and you put it in some potting soil. We put it in this Miracle Grow, and they're doing fantastic. So I'm curious to see what we're going to do. Our test today is we're going to do 6 tomato seeds in each medium. Rose tomatoes, it's an heirloom variety. It's the same seeds. They came from the same seed supplier. So we're going to do 6 in the Miracle Grow potting mix with moisture control, and 6 in the Happy Frog potting soil. Now, I can tell you just by looking at it, the Miracle Grow has a lot more peat in it. You can see it. You can see the red in it. You can see there's a lot more peat in it. Whereas the Happy Frog's got more compost type materials in it. There's little pieces of decayed wood. There's all kinds of stuff in there. And that's pretty much their claim to fame from what I read. It's also got a lot of mycorrhizae in it. These are different. This is stuff you find in organic soil. This is live. This is live enzymes or funguses and things like that. And you'll find that in a lot of inoculants, but they've got it right here in their soil. It's got bacterial specifications. So it's got natural bacteria in it. It's got mosses. It's got all kinds of stuff. That's what they're saying here. Don't treat your soil like dirt. Ingredients right here. 50 to 60% aged forest products. Sphagnum peat moss, perlite, and fertilizer. Derived from earthworm castings, bat guano, oyster shell, and dolomite lime. So, if you look at it, I don't know, I'm not a plant, but I like it. I think I'd like to live in that. It's a darker color. As you can tell, there's sand in it. There's the perlite. It just looks like a nice soil. I'm excited to see what happens with it. Now, when we compare that, well, let me read the ingredients first, your main ingredients in this. So again, you read your ingredients here. Whatever's listed first is the most. 50 to 60% aged forest products, i.e. compost. Let's see what this one has. Ingredients. This product is formulated from sphagnum peat moss, number 1. I could tell by looking at it. There's more peat moss in there than there is here. Formulated from sphagnum peat moss, 1 or more of the following processed forest products, peat and or compost. Coir, COIR, that's the coconut fibers, perlite, and fertilizer. So again, all I want to know, if you're like me, you want the best. You put a lot of time and money into growing a garden or growing your plants. You want to get your money's worth, and you want to get a superior product. So I'm not going to go over all the other stuff we've tried over the years. I've tried too many to name and remember. But obviously I haven't found the one because I'm still in search. But I'm excited about this Miracle Grow because of what it's done on our sweet potato slips. I'm excited about this just because of how it looks and feels and what it says is in there. So we're going to find out. We're going to do weekly updates on this so that you can see the progress. We're not going to leave you hanging. So stay tuned. Thanks.
First day, got the moisture in there. 10 days. Today is May 7th.
We completed our soil test. We were testing Happy Frog potting soil with Miracle Grow moisture control soil. They got a little tall on us. It's been a cold spring here in Ohio, northern Ohio. So they got a little tall, but basically you can't tell the difference. You can't tell which soil is which. Look at the label. They both grew really well. So Happy Frog or Miracle Grow moisture control, and they both cost the same. So they're both good potting soil.